broke out this side dresser hopper that came on that tractor when I brought it. I didn't use it because it was all rusted up. The fertilizer was left in it. But I mean, it was full. But you get a hold of one of this bag right here. Now I'll take the grinder, cut the one little bolt there that it goes through there just like that. Cut it out. Take the hammer, bust the gear off of it. Knock the flow gate handle out. Now I might can reuse that, but wow, I got a new one here. These are Agri Supply replacement parts. I mean, the agitator fits well, just like that. The gear fits in the bottom well. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with this Agri Supply stuff. It's just a hobby thing. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be frowned upon by a lot of people. It is what it is. This thing is mine. I do what I want with it. But I purposely have not cleaned anything on it. I normally do. But I redid that fertilizer hopper and this paint. And I just wanted to see if that paint will hold back rust like it claims. Now, this is the cog gear. There's a little bit of surface rust on there. Because I put this cog gear in there new. A new hose on here. New flow gate handle. And new agitator. And I don't want this turkey eating the fertilizer. Stick his head in there and I get some of that fertilizer. But anyway. I would put all this in there new, and I painted it all. This is Agri Supply cog gear. I'm done with the season. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get back. Eat that fertilizer. It might not fare out too well. But I replaced this on it. That's the original hopper, the can drive piece that came on this tractor. That is not. I had problems with this. I had problems with that one. The piece over here is slipping. But I got two of these tractors. I can run two of them. But, one owner, one operator here. I can't use one of them at a time. If something breaks on this one that is beyond repair, I may buy a piece for that one or something while this one, I don't know. I don't see I need but one of these drives. Anyway, back to my story here. I'm going to edit the video and put two pieces in there. So I'm doing it before and after I clean it, see what it looks like. I put the first bag of fertilizer in this thing around April 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. Because I planted tomatoes. I started planting my tomatoes April 6th. I put tomatoes in the ground April 6th. And I already had the rows laid off a day or so before that. So that's how I know I put the first bag in there. And this is, well beyond July 4th. 5th, 6th, 7th, somewhere in there. Well beyond July 4th. Has not been cleaned, not now time. Not once. This is rust and paint with hardener. This part looks great. This part here looks great. I mean, and you can see where the fertilizer is sweating on it. But a lot of people frown upon it. That hopper, if that was a mint condition hopper to start with, I would not have done that. Just make that plain. I would not have done that. But that thing was already long gone and neglected when I got it. You look through my videos when I was trying to take it apart. I had to cut it and beat it apart. The cog gear, and it was so rusted. When I tried to knock that out, it just crumbled apart. It was already long gone while I got it. And I got it back and got a good season out of it. Because I done side dressed all my corn with that hopper. I have did my tomatoes. Put twice. I put fertilizer down when I laid the rows off. Then I side dressed them again later when it was up, say I put tall. My tomatoes, my peppers, watermelons. I laid off all my rows with this. When I was planting corn, I I was dropping 10, 10, 10 in front of the planter up here. So I got a lot of use out of that this year that was trash last year. Last year was not usable because all of this came. I brought the tractor with all of this on it, but none of it was usable. All this stuff, I had to take the chain off. I had to pop the chain off before we even moved the tractor because all of it was just rusted solid on this where they left fertilizer. That thing was almost full of fertilizer when I brought the tractor. That tells you anything. But you see what the car gear looks like. I'm going to leave that here because I'm fixing to take all this off. I'm going to do a little bit of a fall. I'm going to do a couple rows of some fall garden, but I done laid off everything. The sunflowers was the last thing to get laid off. I'm done with that. We're done with this year, so I'm just going to remove it. I thought about leaving that piece on here. I don't need it on here. I put it back on next April because I'll be doing some bush hogging and mowing. So I'm going to tore up some on this. So I'm just going to take it off and get it out the way. It won't take but a few minutes to pull it off. But anyway, just so think nobody's lying when I do the video after I clean it to see what it looks like. Like I said, this was gone. The agitator was rusted clean out of it. The flow gate was gone, rusted out. The car gear broke all to pieces. Now, I get a little spillage. It's the piece under here. It's a little lip sticks up, and it's rusted. It's rusted now. I don't know if I can get it on video. It's a lip. It's a lip on this thing somewhere. But it's got a little surface rust starting to come on it. And that's not really surface rust. That's paint overspray, really. Yeah, it's a little teeny weeny bit of surface rust here and there where the paint. But so this has not been cleaned. Say April, May, June, 3 months. I know it has not been cleaned. And it's been used once a week or twice a week, every week almost. Because he was side dressing, laying rows off, or some another. But I'm gonna stop this video and I'm gonna go ahead and clean it out, water hose it down, and I'm gonna restart it. You look here. Been here so long. It's stuck to the bottom of the hopper. Been in there so long. That's it. It's been in here 3 months. Now, just rusting oil and paint. Just a plain old gloss black. I did have hardener in it. I might take that agitator out, take that base plate off. So I can get it under there good. But I'm gonna try. Anyway, I'm gonna show you. I'm not exaggerating. I have not cleaned this in 3 months. I stuck it in here, and I purposely done that. I'm gonna test this paint. See how beneficial it was to really clean this thing every time I use it. Now that's cleaned up, and as you see. There's little to no rust in there. And that stuff was caked in there. I mean caked in there badly. Still a little more around the edges. I might hit it a little bit. But I'm going to try to save the piece of video where I was beating this thing apart and trying to grinding all the rust and stuff off of it from 4 or 5 months ago and attach it to this. But you can see what it did look like to what it looks like now. That fertilizer has been in this thing for a good 3 whole months. No rust in the bottom of it. That is Rust-Oleum gloss black with magic hardener in it. Painted on with a brush. Now that overspray is when I was spraying the white on the tractor. I sprayed this hopper too. Kind of make it match, sort of match the white on the tractor itself. So anyway, that's where the overspray came from. But that's 3 months. I said, a lot of people, myself, will frown on this. This was already a total loss when I purchased it. It had this much fertilizer, been sitting in there for 4 or 5 years already when I purchased the tractor. So anybody would look at this that have kept this fertilizer, this fiberglass hopper, and then threw the rest of that away. For about 20 bucks and some paint, I had this thing back rolling and used it. I put fertilizer down to lay off rows with. Side dressed everything from peppers to tomatoes to squash, zucchini to I like 4 or 5 different kinds of peppers, jalapenos, ghost peppers, cayenne peppers, all kinds of peppers, okra, cucumbers, watermelons, honeydew melons, cantaloupes, an abundance of corn and sunflowers. And every seed I planted, I put down fertilizer in front of it with this. Came back, side dressed it at least once on all of it. And I've had triple 10 in here, triple 17, and 34% in here. I said, some people will frown on what I did. But I said, I purposely did it. It's mine. At the end of that, I don't care what someone else thinks at the end of the day. I wanted to see if this paint will hold up. Because I was telling me, I would work all day, I come home, do something like that, side dress or something real quick, and take another 30, 45 minutes taking this off, clean it up, get it back dirty next week. No, this is my work one. I'll probably do it the same way I get it next year. Like I said, this thing was a heap wreck. Most people looked at this and they threw the whole thing in the trash can. But anyway, this is the one I'm going to use. This is the one I'm going to work. I'm not really worried about the rust, but as you can see, it ain't that bad. And that was caked in there so much I had to beat it out. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's a 3-month review of fertilizing this thing. Never cleaned out, not once. Yeah, I'll probably do it like that again next year. Like I said, this hopper don't owe me nothing. Got my little $20 worth of 3 little parts. I put a new flow gate in here, that piece there, new agitator, and some cleaning and some paint and a car gear from Agri Supply. They don't owe me nothing. I got the season out of it. I'm done side dressing this year. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm James with more farmalls. What I did here was pour some motor oil in the bottom. It's real hot out here. Might melt. But anyway, took some motor oil and I dumped the motor oil in the bottom and I just sopped it all around here on everything. This old paintbrush I had laying around there. Looked like that I painted this with. But anyway, just poured a little bit in the bottom of it and I'm sopping them all around like so. And we don't like that set all winter like that. It should be fine. I did the bottom side the same way I flipped it over. And deuced it down with motor oil on the bottom side. I took this paintbrush, painted it in with the motor oil in. Got all to hold the surface rust down over the winter time from the moisture outside. It's not outside, it's gonna be in my building here. Set up on the shelf with the IH sticky note. Anyway, all I did there, spun it all the way around. Get that coated down good. Gonna be some loose in the bottom there. I'll take care of it. I'll check on it over some time during the winter. I'll go and check in on it, see what it's looking like. But that ought to hold it for the most part. Anyway, paintbrush, motor oil, you get the picture. Hose in there and the car gear, because that'll fall at the bottom. Yeah, got motor oil on everything washed and cleaned up. Ready for winter storage. And she is put up for the winter time. Thanks for watching.